Discipline. Nobody likes the word discipline, but are you disciplined every area of your life? What does that mean? So many of us, we lose the consistency. We lose the perseverance. We lose the persistency in staying consistent in our everyday life, going after something and being disciplined. You set a dream, but you can't be disciplined, so you stop. And you say, and you give excuses for why you have to stop. You say you're going to do so-and-so, and then you don't discipline those areas of your life, and then you end up quitting. Why? Because you make up excuses. Let's be honest about it. Most of us can come up with more excuses why it won't work, why we can't do something, why something won't work for us, why we can't go reach our dreams, why we can't do something. And basically, it's the problem of discipline. We don't want to be disciplined in our life. We don't want to be disciplined in our finances. So I'm talking with someone yesterday, and they're talking about some of the financial struggles they're having. And I said, do you have a budget? And they said, a budget? I said, a budget. Have you ever made just a quick, simple budget to just budget out what you're making? They go, I don't know how to do that. You own a vehicle, you own a house. I say that loosely. You have loans for these things, but you don't know how to make a budget. Here's how you make a simple, simplistic budget, and you tell your money where it's going to go. Why are so many people, and maybe you are, you're afraid to do a budget because you're afraid, well, it's going to restrict me. It's going to restrict me. It ain't going to restrict you. A budget doesn't restrict you. You're the one that set the budget. You have to be disciplined to set the budget, and it frees you. It frees you to say, hey, I've got this money that I'm going to use to go out and eat, and I'm not sitting around going stressing over it. I got to stress over it all the time. We stress over things because we're not disciplined in all areas of our life. If you haven't ever set up a simple budget, oh my goodness gracious, get on that. Today is the day. We're starting a new month. Set up a budget and tell your money where it's going to go. But so many people don't do that because they're not disciplined. They find one area of their life that they're disciplined, so they hang with it. And they go, oh no, see, I'm very disciplined. My house stays very clean. My house is very clean. I'm not mimicking anybody. I'm just making up something off the top of my head. I don't have anybody that I'm thinking about. I'm just saying, so you get this, my house is very clean. My house is very clean. And yeah, you haven't changed the oil in your vehicle since 15,000 miles. And you go, well, it's still running okay. I mean, you haven't went out on a date with your husband or your wife in 3 years. Well, I told her I loved her when I got married. What more? I mean, if I change my mind, I heard people say that stuff because we don't want to be disciplined. Well, I just kind of go into the closet and eat whatever I got in there, and then I just, it's just no big deal. I don't know when you eat. I don't know. Just whenever I'm hungry. And then we hear people saying, I'm starving to death. I'm starving to death. People, we don't know what starving to death is. Most of us don't know what starving to death is. When I think about foster care and adoption, and I think one of the children that we brought in our house, I saw starvation of a fear of what was not going to happen. That was not about self-discipline. That was about survival. I want you to think about today what area of your life, and I talk about 5 of them all the time. But the Bible tells me, and Paul says this in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27, I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should do. Are you training your body? I'm not talking about lifting weights. I'm talking about discipline. Discipline of your mind, your mental. Discipline of your flesh, your physical health. Discipline of your spiritual health. Discipline of your relationships. And discipline of your finances. If one of those are out of whack, and you say, I'm disciplined, it's not going to work too well. I want you to go conquer your day so you can go conquer your life. And for you to do that, I want you to know that you have someone who is disciplined in all 5 areas of his life, not just my kid's life, my life. Why? Because I want to do what God wants me to do, and I want to have the finances to do it. I want to have the relationships to do it. I want to have the mental status, the mental prowess to be able to do it. I want to be physically strong and able to go anywhere at any time that he calls me to go. Why? Because my spiritual journey matters and my life matters. Holy and healthy living is what this Jesus follower is about. And finding discipline in your life is not easy, but you have a friend. And Heather and myself, reach out, message us. When you're ready to get on a health journey, we're the coach for you. If you're ready to get on a spiritual journey, go to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Henderson General Baptist Church. Find those things that help to spiritually awaken you and stay disciplined. I look forward to seeing you Sunday mornings at church. I look forward to talking to you. Message us. We are